So imagine this. You're standing in your kitchen, Memorial Day weekend hits, kids are hyped, the grill's been waiting all year like an old friend. And you told everybody we're going to do it right this time. 30 people, real hamburgers, cold drinks, fruit trays, full summer glory. And then you open the grocery app and start tapping. And the total just stares back at you. I mean, it's over $300. You blink, you check it again, you look at the app, then you look at your kids, then back at the app, and suddenly the toddler doesn't look like he needs a whole burger anymore. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? He's small. He can share a bun with the dog. It'll be a bonding experience. And that's not just sticker shock that's happening. That is the exact moment the middle-class summer got repriced. One woman this week lived the whole thing out. She planned a big barbecue, priced it out, then sent the group text nobody wants to send. Basically saying, hey, look, fewer people, switch to hot dogs, and asking the question, hey, can everybody bring something? And that is the part that stings, because nobody calls that canceling summer. You just tell yourself you're adjusting, but really you started editing line by line, piece by piece, like a bad reality show producer going, we love the vibe, but can we make it cheaper? And the weird thing is, this doesn't happen because you were reckless. You did everything right. You worked your hours. You bought your house. You planned the gathering like your parents used to. The mortgage stayed fixed, but everything around it did not. And we're talking about beef, the gas, the whole expectation package. They all quietly raised the price of you just participating in your own backyard. Now you're standing at your own grill like a business partner in a suit. And you're thinking to yourself, look, grill, how many more people can we actually afford without this turning into a sad potluck documentary? And that little identity pinch, yeah, that one, it really hits different. And once that pinch shows up, the edits, they start coming in fast, which brings us to the first edit, which is the guest list. When 30 becomes 15, the big chaotic cookout turns into something more intimate. And you tell yourself, it's fine, it's cozy. But you remember last year where laughter was everywhere, kids running like it was the Olympics. And this year it's quieter, more curated, edited. So you're basically directing your own summer now. You're cutting the extras and you're saying to yourself, hey, we're going intimate. And that naturally leads to the second edit, which is the road and the freeways. Families who usually throw kids in the Yukon and drive hundreds of miles, a lot of them just looked at the gas prices and went, nope, not today, Satan. One couple in Michigan canceled their entire trip. Another guy in California went from ribeye twice a week to once every 2 weeks because $16 a pound isn't dinner anymore. It's a subscription fee for pretending you're still winning. And staycation used to mean choosing peace, but now it means your car looked at the gas station and said, no, not in this economy. And you'll haggle with the grill like it's a hostage negotiator, but then you feel that bigger weight. The headlines about foreign wars, global debt, all that uncertainty floating around out there. We're doing the math in our heads and realizing the road isn't just the highway in Michigan. It's tied to a map we don't control. I mean, we're editing our summer because we're waiting for the other shoe to drop and nobody wants to get caught. And you're not broke, you're just carving out the pieces. And that used to be automatic. I mean, smaller trips, closer spots, or none at all. And the summer road just got edited. Which brings us to our third edit, which is the grocery cart. And you're pushing it slower now, doing that public mental math like a detective on a bad date. I mean, we're seeing ground beef up 15%, tomatoes are up 40%. Even the hot dogs are looking at you sideways. I mean, you pick up the package like, excuse me, sir, were you grass-fed or did you actually go to law school? And you're standing there holding a pack of Franks like you're trying to read their aura, thinking, are you organic? Or were you just raised in a very expensive zip code? And you're not the only one feeling this right now. Even folks making good money are in on it. Baby boomers, the ones who supposedly have it all locked in, dropping brands at 12% increases. People over 100 grand a year buying store labeled cereal. The system sold us this dream of steady progress, but then quietly changed the math while we weren't looking. Now we're all editing the summer we thought we earned. But here's the part that actually makes your brain itch. Because the weird logic we're all using to keep from losing our minds, people aren't really canceling life. They're just protecting pieces of it. So look at the Starbucks lines this weekend. Still wrapped around the block. Nothing really happened to them. I mean, $10 for a fancy coffee and a sandwich. Meanwhile, the backyard barbecue got shrunk to hot dogs and a potluck plea. Why? Because that coffee feels like a treat that delivers. It's consistent. It's a little moment of dignity in a week that feels like a constant negotiation. And you'll drop the name brand hot dogs, but you'll still pay for the thing that still makes you feel like a person. And that is the new middle class summer. It's editing, not erased. You let go of the big expensive traditions, and that's okay, but you do guard the small joys like they're the last good seats at the game. And by the end of the shopping trip, that grill wasn't a grill anymore. It was a full boardroom with propane, negotiating headcount, menu cuts, and emotional value like a corporate takeover. And retailers see it. Walmart slashing prices on thousands of items. Target throwing more dollar stuff on the shelves while keeping the premium toys for the folks that are still supposedly doing okay. But now they're building 2 stores in one now. One for the edited summer crowd and one for the people still pretending. And that's the uncomfortable laugh we all share right now. The stock market can throw a party on TV. The headlines can scream, everything's booming. But apparently, the economy forgot to tell the barbecue aisle. The TV version and the kitchen table version, they are no longer speaking the same language. So what do you do now? You get intentional about the edits. You stop pretending the old normal is pulling up next month and start building a version that still feels good. Potlucks on purpose, not because you're cheap, but because sharing the load actually brings people closer together. Free days at the beach, board games after a simpler meal, growing a few vegetables in the yard like a quiet rebellion against all those price tags.